Hey guys, this is like a super random and unplanned video. I was kind of frustrated today. My husband was just telling me I should record it because I always talk about how I have anxiety and stuff like that, but I don't really share what's going on. Sorry if you heard noises. It's like, I think cars driving back and forth because I'm in the living room and there's a giant window in front of me and to the side of me, and it's warm outside, so I want fresh air in. And I'll kind of be looking down on and off because I'm getting stuff ready to ship to my giveaway winners. And I want to ship that out today. Today is Wednesday, I believe. The 9th? Yeah. Wednesday, March 9th. So I just wanted to get this out the way while I'm talking to you guys. And I'm like really frustrated with just life. And it's just making me like anxious. And if you've ever had anxiety and stuff like that, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm just irritated and kind of just want to sit in a corner, but I'm trying not to do that because that's the kind of stuff I used to do, and it just doesn't work that well, if that makes sense. I'm trying to just get through it, but this is mainly about kind of life after college and what the heck we're about to do, especially me. I know most people my age think about this. Sorry, this tape. Most people my age think about this stuff, but it's really different when you have like a kid, you're married, and stuff like that, so it's a lot. I personally think it's more stressful, obviously. And I know people are gonna be like, well, nobody told you to have kids that young, but it's just like, okay, it happened. I got married. I wasn't planning on getting married this young or having children at 22. I'm 22, right? Yeah. Having kids and getting married by 22, it just happens. Life happens. Ish happens. Whatever. But I just feel like I'm just so stressed out about crap. Every time I look up, there's something going on, like the stuff with Amir's daycare. The daycare I worked at closed down September 1st-ish. It was like the week of his birthday it closed. And his birthday is August 27th. So it closed down then. We found this other daycare. We liked it. I knew a parent from the current daycare that I worked at who sent their kid there. They said, yeah, it was okay. So I'm like, okay, great. At least we know people that used it. It works. Awesome. I thought the daycare was cool and all that stuff. So we sent him there, and then come around like Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was the week of Thanksgiving. I got him from daycare kind of late because I got stuck in traffic. So it wasn't like daycare closes at 6. So I got there like 5:30, and I usually pick him up around like 4:30. So for us, that was kind of late. Okay, when I got there, they had already moved him to they like combined rooms or whatever. So they had already moved him to the infant room, and usually they'll move, like nowadays, if they combine rooms, because like numbers are low, that's what daycares do. Why is that back there? If they combine rooms because numbers are low, they will move him to the room, like the 2-year-old room, because he's 1. But this time he was in the 1-year-old room. Like, I wasn't mad about that, wasn't tripping about that or anything. But when I got there, it was just kind of rushed and everything like that. So I didn't think anything of it. I'm like, okay, they want to get home. I've worked at a daycare, I understand. And he was like standing at the little like baby gate in the doorway. And so I like picked him up, and then I had to go back to his classroom to grab his stuff. And it was 2 girls in there that aren't normally his teachers. Like, I think I've seen them before, but I could tell they're in college. And they're kind of just like standing at the counter. They didn't even make eye contact, say hi or anything like that. They just kind of, like at the counter here, like giving me his like daily sheet, because if they're under 3, they have to get like a daily sheet saying like what they ate and all that stuff throughout the day. So I was like, okay, whatever. I grabbed it, got him home, and of course it was kind of dark because it was winter time. So I get him home, I'm washing his hands for dinner, and I see him in the mirror, and I'm like, your tooth looks weird. I'm like, what's with your tooth? I'm like, I know nothing's wrong with it. I look at his tooth is like broken off, like chipped. So the 2 front teeth is like sorry, not halfway, but if you've had a toddler and it happened to your toddler, you know what I'm talking about. It's like halfway missing. You probably can tell in pictures a little bit. I'm so used to it, I don't notice it as much anymore, but yeah, so it was chipped off, And I was pissed, and it was like 5:45. I'm like, crap, they're about to close, or 5:50. So I still called, and the director answered, and she's like, oh, what's wrong? Or what's going on or something. And I'm like, Amir's tooth is broken off, like, it's missing. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, his tooth is broken, like, what the heck happened? And I'm pissed at this point. Sorry, I have to empty out these packing peanuts. I'm like, pissed at this point, and she's like, oh, are you sure it didn't happen at home? I'm like, no, crazy lady, like, this happened here. Like, I would notice if my son's tooth broke. So she was just saying how she would contact the teachers, let them know, but everybody had went home. So I'm like, okay, cool. Not cool because I was pissed, but like thinking back now, I'm like, okay, cool. And I called my mom. Of course, she was freaking out. She's like, call the police and all this stuff. I'm like, the police can't do anything. We just got a package. I'm like, okay, the police can't do anything. Yeah, I was pissed. I'm like trying to figure out what to do and stuff, but I didn't want to call the police. I'm like, the police can't do anything. Like, his tooth is broken. So the next day, the director's assistant calls me. That is just like, oh yeah, the teacher said that he was crying, but I checked him and nothing was wrong. I'm like, first off, if you checked him, you would have seen that his tooth is broken. It's very noticeable because it's his front tooth. Second thing that like threw me off, she's like, oh yeah, we tried to call you and you didn't answer. I always keep my phone on me because I was doing my volunteer work at a nursing home at this time. So I always keep my phone on me. They've called me before, and if they can't get through, they'll leave a voicemail. Strike 2 or 3, whatever we're on. They did not leave a voicemail because they did not call me. Granted, maybe there wasn't like something wrong with my phone, maybe, not likely, because it has never happened when they tried calling me at this place. So I'm like, okay, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, are you bringing him in today? This was like the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm like, no, I'm not bringing him in, because I was so heated. I was pissed. That's my baby's tooth. It was broken off. I was upset. So I'm like, no, I won't be bringing him in. That was strike 1 with this place. Second, they keep like overdrafting our accounts like every week and stuff, like past few weeks. They've been like overdrafting our account, like messing up with numbers, and when we bumped him down to part-time, they messed up big time, and she charged me for like a full week of care, and I'm like, why did you charge me for this? And a late fee. I've never paid them late because they automatically withdraw from my account. So I'm confused as to like what the heck is going on with her. And she's just like, oh, what do you mean? Like, that's how much it is? I'm like, no, it went down to, it was like $60 cheaper than that because we're part-time now. She's like, oh, I gave you that? I'm like, yeah, you did. We signed it. We gave it back to you. She was just like, oh, okay. And then come to find out another week, this was last week, she told us she messed up on the actual payment for the week. Like for our contract that we signed on how much you're supposed to pay for that week. So that irritated me because I budget things out. Like, as you know, I don't work. My husband works. So the money that I have in my account is not really being added to because I don't work anymore. So for you to mess up like that is just like really frustrating. And I've been trying to find daycares, but it's really hard to, as you know, if you have children, to find a daycare, especially a good one. This is his last day today. So happy. Hopefully it's fine at another school. And so it's just like thinking about moving in the next year or so, it just makes me really nervous because I don't know how this is about to go. Like, we have to go through the whole thing of like finding a daycare. Like, I know it will be fine, but it's just like gives me anxiety. And then MSU is really funny. Me and my husband are both graduating in May, and they sent him a letter yesterday. They sent this little thing about ceremony and all this crap. That went to my mom's house, and his went, he came here. I don't know why. So it was just talking about paying them back already. I'm like, dang, can we walk across the stage? We already got to think about paying you guys back. Can we at least make it to May? Like, let's get to May first, and then we can talk about that, please. Jeez, people, give me a break. And then my therapist's office sent me a letter talking about co-pays or whatever, because you're supposed to pay like a $25 copay with my insurance, and I've already paid that. I paid every time I went, Like they billed my account. So when I got that, it was like for 4 or 5 visits. So I'm like really confused. Like, what are you talking about? This is probably just a ramble video, but I'm like really frustrated and anxious. So I'm just talking to the camera. Sorry if you don't like this type of thing. Sorry. So I checked my account statement to make sure, and yes, I paid it off. So I'm irritated with them, and they won't answer the freaking phone. I just want to choke people. And my apartment is irritating because they kept messing up stuff and then not answering their phone, kept saying we didn't sign our lease, re-sign our lease. This was for like a month or so back and forth because our lease renewed February or March, I can't remember. And we signed it back in January. So we were early signing it. But they kept saying we hadn't signed it. When to find out, the guy like put stuff in wrong. And then he put stuff in wrong several times because he made it for 2017 instead of 2016. So I kept having to do that. Mind you, I'm going back and forth with them at their leasing office, as well as daycare, as well as trying to go through life with a toddler, being married, and being in college. I just want to scream. This is what I'm talking about when I say I'm frustrated. Like, all in this video. This is what I'm talking about. So it's just like, I have all this stuff to think about, and I have to do an internship after, like over the summer, after I walk in May for my requirement for my major. And it's just like, I'm trying to figure all that stuff out, figure out where I want to intern at, and going through all this is like really stressful. And if you're a parent, you know that most of the time when you have a child, you lose friends, or you just don't really have friends anymore. So I'm going through that too, and it's like weird for me because I've always been like really social, but now my social life is mainly like online because people either, I just don't talk to people really. Like I'll reach out to friends and stuff like that, or they just like old friends, I don't even consider them friends anymore. I'll reach out to old associates and then I don't hear from them, or of course everyone's busy, but it just gets frustrating. Like you just don't know what to do, and it makes you kind of like go crazy inside because you like want to be social and stuff like that, but you don't go. Like I've never been a partier, but I'm not about to go out to a party and stuff like that to talk to people because that's not, I've never been into that. So I'm definitely not going to do it now as a parent. I mean, if you want to do that, that's cool. It's just not my thing. And like the few parents that I have met, they were around my age. They were like really into like drinking and going out and stuff. That's not me. So I feel like I don't have stuff in common with many people my age. And it's so frustrating because I feel like an old lady. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do with myself after graduation at all. I've changed my major like, I don't even know how many times. Because I started off as pre-med, but as you, if you've ever been in college, you know if you're like pre-med, pre-law and stuff, that can't be your major. You have to pick an actual major. So I was like kin at one point, like my freshman year, sophomore year. And then I was like, I really don't like this. I hate like this type of stuff. So then I became, and kin is like athletic training and all that crap. So then I stopped doing that and went to child development. And that was cool, but I hated going to the like practice school, whatever you want to call it, for that. And then I just switched to human development, family studies, which is what I am now. You can do a lot with that, actually. I just don't personally know what I want to do, and that's what my internship is for. So I can figure that out. Pray for me that I can figure that out soon. Well, I have to like, I'm going to contact the people this week. But it's just like so much going on, and I can never like focus on anything because then I have all this other crap going on. Like I said, with daycare and ish. Try not to curse. Daycare and ish. It's just like, and if you have comments about, oh, blah blah blah, well, you should have thought about that before having a baby and crap, and whatever. Don't bother. It's gonna waste your breath. I don't know. This is when my anxiety starts acting up. It'll be fine. But life is frustrating. I just have so, like, I'm really excited to graduate, but of course it like gives me anxiety. I tried to find mom friends, like I joined a mom group, but the moms didn't actually go, so the woman closed down the group, and they were all older than me. And like, I've seen a lot of people my age talk about this stuff, but it's a little bit different because, like I said, I'm married with a child. This is just people, I keep seeing people talking about it. And I do enjoy doing this stuff and talking about natural hair. Like, if I could major in natural hair or like mom advice, that'd be awesome, but that really doesn't happen. I feel like I just mixed up these boxes horribly. I think I did. I don't know which one goes to who now. But yeah, I guess I'll just end my rant here because it wants to get all dark outside and dumb. And now it keeps getting darker. I think it's supposed to rain. So if you actually watch this, thanks for watching. And if you have anything else you'd like me to talk about or rant about, just leave it down below. And see you later.